allows us to keep our bone density in our hips and our feet. But that means we're going to have to do this for a little bit longer time. I had seen Frank stay up here for a long time and some other folks and thought about like what I would want to do, because I like mixing it up a little bit. So we're working with our strength and conditioning guys to add in a couple more exercise and stuff to keep it going. You don't want to lose it, because every day that you don't work out, you're gonna lose some bone density. So we have to keep it up, and that's a way of life.
And not to slight anyone else on the call, don't take this wrong, but it is very nice to talk to you from God's country.
Well, I think we're going to go to a different part of the country here with Laura Casa with WHDH Boston.
Hey, thank you so much. Suni, this is for you. So many of your friends in Massachusetts are, of course, following your journey closely, cheering you on. What do you say to your Massachusetts family who are watching you from here on Earth?
Hey, you know, we had one press conference earlier when it was like still midst of baseball season. I think I said go Sox. So this time I have to say go Pats. You know, again, now thank you for the call from God's country. I know that there's some really nice crispy apples right now that are getting picked off a tree. I was just talking to my family about that and some other folks that it would be nice if somebody put a New England apple in a spacecraft that was coming up here, because you got the prettiest place on Earth with the fall coming up. We'll take a look at it from up here and try to take some pictures for you guys, but I know the Boston crowd is cheering us on, so we'll find a better place to park the car next time.
All right, our next question comes from Ida with the New York Times.
Hi, thank you so much for taking this question. You know, the one thing that's been on my mind is that with the challenges, the challenge of leaving family behind is one thing, but I wonder if there's like a silver lining for you with this like extended stay. And I'm not talking about all the great science you're going to do on the maintenance and all the work, but just this kind of home away from home. And I think maybe, Suni, I heard your spouse say something about how this is like your happy place. If you could kind of candidly talk about that, about sort of getting this extra time that you didn't plan for and what that's like.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll answer this with respect to the family part. Trying times, and this is, you know, my daughter's, I'm going to miss most of her senior year in high school, my youngest daughter, and my oldest daughter is a sophomore at East Texas Baptist University, and I wasn't able to be with her during the summer. But like I said earlier, we've tried to teach them the principles that are important and let them understand that trials, however you judge what a trial might be, makes you stronger. And in that respect, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that, you know, it's played out the way it has. We're here, we're safe, we're in a place that we're both familiar with and doing things that we actually enjoy doing. And but for them, it is different, and they're going to learn from this, and they're going to grow from this, and like they never could have in any other situation. And for that, I am grateful.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head. My husband has said that. My mom has said it before too. This is my happy place. I love being up here in space. It's just fun. You know, every day you do something that's work, quote unquote. You can do it upside down. You can do it sideways. So it adds a little different perspective. And you know, about staying up here longer, one of the things I was sort of regretting about a short duration flight is I wasn't going to be able to share it with a lot of people. One of the things I like to do up here is sort of write like a little recap of the week and send it down to people so they can see what fun we're having and what, you know, what kind of work we're doing up here, because it is so much different than being on Earth, and I think it opens up that door of making you think a little bit differently, just perspective. And I have that opportunity. I think I was on, you know, week 12 of writing a journal to send down to folks, and I'm really feel very fortunate about that, being able to send it to people and they can understand what we're doing up here and see that, yeah, you know, we're living in a remote area, but we're doing world-class science as well as, you know, living with other people, you know, for the betterment of so much, and, you know, being able to have a perspective out the window as well as a perspective, you know, upside down or sideways is something that I hope we can pass on to the rest of humanity.
All right, our next question is with Aishwarya Kumar with ESPN.
Hi, thank you guys so much for taking the time. My question is for Suni, and it's a little philosophical, so apologies for that. But what do you feel in your body, your mind, and your soul when you run in space, and how does it compare to running on Earth?
Interesting question. You know, I was mentioning a lot of the physical activity that we do up here. It's a little harder, a little different, but fun at the same time. When I'm on Earth and I'm running or moving, you know, there's a lot of things going on in your mind, but you can't get away from being on Earth. I love to take my dogs for a walk early in the morning, so you can, you know, hear the birds singing and hear the day start here. That's really not the activity. It's sort of funny though that I just thinking about it, when I first got up here, I saw something fly by and I thought it was like a bug, but then I realized, oh yeah, we're up in space, that's not going to happen. So your mindset sort of changes, but then again, like I was just mentioning in the question beforehand, your perspective changes, and being able to be on the lifting device and looking right out the cupola window above you and seeing our planet go by, and then taking the moment to go and look in the window between sets, or just to have that moment to be quiet on the treadmill or whatever, it takes you to a different place. And it's very peaceful up here a lot of times. There's a lot of work that's going on, but it also gives you a time to be a little introspective, a little change your perspective on a lot of things how we do things on Earth. Like, it really is difficult for me to imagine people on Earth not getting along together. It's the one planet we have, and we should all really be happy that we're there together, because that's it. That's our place. So I think that's pretty much how I feel about that. It just changes your perspective.
I can tell you, if you're looking for a guest picker for College Game Day, give me a call. Also, I've been asked several times, yes, I do have the SEC network.
All right, well, that is all the time that we have. I want to sincerely thank you, Butch and Suni, for participating today. We can't wait to follow along with the rest of your mission. Goodbye, good night, and thank you again.
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the event.
Thank you to all participants. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.